In the landscape of personal growth and self-mastery, a powerful idea resonates. Your inner world is your dominion, a sanctuary of thought and decision-making that belongs solely to you. This isn't just about having thoughts. It's about recognizing and actively engaging with your capacity to govern them. The insights you're about to encounter, drawn from timeless wisdom and presented for today's seekers, delve into the art of cultivating this inner sovereignty. We'll explore the importance of thoughtfully curating the influences that shape your mind, acting with clarity and conviction, and building the resilience needed to navigate life's inevitable challenges. If you're interested in exploring these principles further and joining a community dedicated to living with intention and inner strength, consider subscribing to the Stoic Code channel. Now, let's begin this journey into the heart of your own mental fortress. 1. The unbreachable citadel. Mastering the sovereignty of your mind. Imagine your mind not as a passive recipient of the world's noise, but as a vibrant, bustling kingdom, your kingdom. Within its walls reside your thoughts, the architects of your reality, your decisions, the decrees that shape your destiny, and your emotions, the volatile citizens capable of either bolstering your defenses or opening gates to chaos. This kingdom, however, is constantly under siege. Every notification, every opinion hurled your way, every fleeting fear that whispers in the dark corners of your consciousness is a potential invader, seeking to either fortify your inner world or lay it to waste. The ancient Stoics, those keen observers of the human condition, understood this profound truth with piercing clarity. They recognized the mind's incredible capacity for strength, its potential to soar to heights of reason and wisdom. Yet, they also saw its perilous vulnerability, its susceptibility to being swayed, bent, even conquered by forces far beneath its inherent worth. Think of the insidious creep of societal expectations, the paralyzing grip of anxieties, the seductive allure of vanities, the constant barrage of distractions that fragment our focus. These are the enemy forces at your mental gates, clamoring for entry. To truly live, to flourish, you must adopt the mindset of a sovereign ruler within your own mental realm. This isn't about cultivating arrogance or wielding tyrannical control over others, but about exercising disciplined sovereignty over yourself. Picture yourself as the wise and vigilant monarch of your inner world, carefully inspecting every idea, every impulse that seeks admittance. You are the gatekeeper, the ultimate authority on what takes root within your consciousness. Only that which strengthens your character, aligns with your deepest values, and contributes to the flourishing of your inner kingdom should be granted entry. You are the leader of your thoughts, the architect of your life's direction, and the commander of your actions. Leadership, true and lasting leadership, always begins internally. It is not a title bestowed by others, not a position granted by circumstance. It is a power claimed and cultivated within the silent chambers of your own mind. When you begin to think like a leader of your own life, when your decisions are marked by conviction and your actions flow with a quiet, self-assured authority, a remarkable transformation occurs. You become unshakable, a mental fortress impervious to the storms of external events. Disagreements will no longer dismantle your inner peace. Failures will cease to define your worth, and the opinions of others will lose their power to destabilize your core. Those around you will sense this shift, this quiet strength that emanates from your presence, your words, even your silence. You will wear an invisible crown, unseen by the eye but undeniably felt by the soul, the mark of a mind in command of itself. The journey to build this inner strength, to claim your sovereign mind, begins now. 2. The unwavering hand, deciding with unshakable conviction. Indecision, That agonizing state of mental limbo is the antithesis of growth, the quicksand that sucks away precious time and energy. A mind striving for mastery, a mind that rules its own kingdom effectively, learns to decide swiftly, anchoring its choices not in the shifting sands of whims and fleeting emotions, but in the solid bedrock of enduring principles. As the ancient wisdom reminds us, why waste time debating the essence of a good person? Strive to embody that essence. Thinking with true authority demands the ability to make choices from a place of profound clarity, a clarity painstakingly forged in the fires of self-knowledge, deeply held values, and unshakable principles. This clarity isn't a lucky accident, a gift bestowed by fate. It is the hard-won reward of deliberate introspection, the relentless testing of one's beliefs against the unyielding reality of experience, and the courageous pruning away of anything weak, false, or no longer serving your growth. It is the cumulative effect of countless small acts of honesty with yourself, those moments where you choose the arduous path of deep thought over the seductive ease of superficiality. You refuse to be like a rudderless ship, tossed about by the unpredictable waves of uncertainty and the paralyzing winds of indecision. Instead, you envision yourself as the steadfast captain at the helm, charting a course with unwavering intention and refusing to be swayed by every passing breeze of doubt, temptation, or fear. Your hard-earned clarity becomes your internal compass, guiding your decisions, which in turn become the powerful strokes that carve your path through the often turbulent seas of life. You approach each situation with careful assessment, weighing it against your guiding principles, those fundamental truths you have consciously chosen to live by, not passively inherited from others, but rigorously built through personal experience and profound introspection. You act with a quiet confidence, placing your trust in your preparation, your capacity for reason, and the integrity of your intentions. Once a decision is made, forged in wisdom and good faith, you move forward without the debilitating weight of regret. You understand that regret is often merely the insidious whisper of fear, attempting to undermine your self-assurance. A well-considered decision becomes a foundational stone, not a chain of bondage, supporting the deliberate architecture of a life lived on your own terms. Every wise choice stands as a monument to your self-governance, a testament to the disciplined mind that chooses decisive action over the paralysis of endless deliberation. The modern world, with its dizzying array of options and the constant hum of conflicting opinions, often tempts us with the seductive allure of second-guessing. It fosters a culture of hesitation, whispering that perhaps one more article, one more opinion, one more moment of doubt will magically reveal the perfect path. This pursuit of an illusory perfect certainty erodes our trust in our own instincts and subtly seeds our power to act. It presents the mirage that flawless knowledge lies just beyond the next horizon, if only we delay a little longer. Succumbing to this temptation weakens your ability to act decisively, saps your vital energy, and steals the momentum essential for shaping the life you aspire to build. Decision-making must evolve from a sporadic, reluctant chore into a practiced, refined discipline, a powerful expression of your sovereignty over yourself. Every decision, whether seemingly minor or profoundly life-altering, should be viewed as an opportunity to strengthen your internal compass, deepen your trust in your own judgment, and reinforce the neural pathways of decisive action within your mind. Each day presents a fresh chance to sharpen your instincts, fortify your resolve, and cultivate greater clarity, transforming your mind into a keen sword capable of cutting cleanly through the entangling webs of modern noise and confusion. Life will inevitably throw complexities your way, but a mind trained in decisive clarity will not falter at the first sign of contradiction or chaos. It will possess the inner strength to find the simple, steady thread through the storm and follow it with unwavering faith. 3. The silent declaration, walking with unwavering authority. You cannot cultivate genuine inner strength and simultaneously carry yourself with an air of weakness or uncertainty. Your body language, the subtle inflections of your tone, the very posture you adopt, these all broadcast who you believe yourself to be long before a single word escapes your lips. Before your thoughts even crystallize into spoken language, before your actions are observed by the world, your mere presence sends a powerful, often unconscious message. The way you hold your shoulders, whether slumped in defeat or held back with confident openness, the steadiness of your gaze, conveying either shyness or quiet assurance, the measured pace of your movements, suggesting either hurried anxiety or deliberate intention. These are the initial declarations of your character, the first impressions you etch upon the world. The Stoics, far from being concerned with superficial vanity, deeply understood the profound importance of one's bearing. They recognized that how you carry yourself outwardly is a direct reflection of how you command yourself internally. A person who moves through the world with dignity, an inner composure that radiates outward, and a quiet, self-possessed confidence commands respect without ever needing to demand it. As ancient wisdom suggests, a truly great mind becomes a great fortune, and that inner richness of soul naturally emanates outward, subtly influencing those who encounter it. When you walk with a calm, controlled confidence, when your movements through the world are marked by intention and an underlying strength, you send a profound message both to the external world and, perhaps more importantly, to the depths of your own being. I know who I am. I know what I stand for. I require no external validation to anchor my sense of self. Every step you take, every deliberate motion you make, communicates a deep-seated assurance that stems not from a fleeting mood or a burst of temporary bravado, but from a solid foundation of cultivated inner strength. It is an unspoken affirmation that you have committed yourself to living with purpose, courage, and an unwavering clarity of intention. This is not about cultivating arrogance, fostering pride, or seeking a position of superiority over others. Arrogance desperately craves recognition and withers without external validation. True authority, in stark contrast, commands a silent respect, often without uttering a single word. Pride demands applause and crumbles in its absence. Genuine strength walks its chosen path with a quiet certainty, whether it is observed by a crowd or unfolds in complete solitude. To carry yourself with true inner command is to possess a quiet, unshakable belief in your own leadership over your life, a conviction so deeply rooted that no insult, no dismissal, no misunderstanding from others can ever uproot it. It is an unwavering certainty that your inherent value is intrinsic, not conditional upon external approval. It is about the firm yet gentle assertion that you are the governor of your own actions, that you belong wholly and irrevocably to yourself, and that your choices flow not from compulsion, fleeting trends, or external pressures, but from the powerful, unwavering river of conviction that flows tirelessly within your spirit. When your outer bearing aligns seamlessly with your inner discipline, when every glance, every gesture, every spoken word emanates from a place of considered self-governance and steadfast character, your presence becomes a beacon, silent yet undeniable, luminous without the need for fanfare. You project an energy that cannot be manufactured, mimicked, or faked. It is an energy that touches the deeper instincts of those who encounter you, evoking either a quiet admiration or a subtle discomfort, but never mere indifference. You no longer feel the need to persuade others of your worth. They will sense it instinctively, as if recognizing something ancient and true. You will find that you no longer need to raise your voice to be heard. Your very being, your silent walk, the steadiness of your gaze, your deliberate measured movements will speak volumes through your calm demeanor, your unwavering presence amidst the chaos of life. This is the profound power of walking with true authority, a power born not from theatrical displays, outward swagger, or bombastic gestures, but from a deep, cultivated authenticity. It is a quiet majesty rooted in a character forged over time through self-discipline, daily reflection, constant refinement, and an unwavering adherence to your highest principles, even when no reward or recognition is promised. It is the rare and radiant expression of someone who has made their inner fortress so strong that it begins to shape the outer world, someone whose spirit moves the environment around them without ever being moved by it. It is the tangible manifestation of an internal victory so profound that it can withstand all the noise, temptations, and storms of the world without losing its sovereign calm. 4. The unyielding resolve, enduring the inevitable trials. Every formidable stronghold, no matter how well fortified, will inevitably face sieges, endure violent storms, suffer betrayals from within, and experience periods of scarcity. Similarly, your mind, your life's journey, will encounter its own set of trials and tribulations. Thinking with true authority means not only acknowledging the inevitability of these hardships, but actively preparing for them with a calm and clear mind. It requires the fundamental acceptance that adversity is not an unexpected detour from the path of life, but rather an intrinsic and unavoidable part of its very landscape. True and lasting strength is not discovered in the absence of difficulty, in a life shielded from all pain and struggle. Instead, it is forged in the courageous, disciplined, and composed manner in which you confront and navigate these inevitable challenges. The Stoics, with their profound understanding of human resilience, developed a powerful practice known as premeditatio malorum, the premeditation of evils. This is not a morbid dwelling on negativity, but a deliberate and strategic mental exercise of envisioning potential adversities before they strike. It is a way of training the mind to face imagined hardships so that when real difficulties arise, they do not trigger panic, bitterness, or emotional collapse. By consciously imagining possible misfortunes, loss, illness, betrayal by those you trust, financial hardship, physical pain, even the ultimate certainty of death, you proactively fortify your spirit against the debilitating effects of shock, surprise, and emotional breakdown. This practice is not about fostering fear or cultivating pessimism, quite the opposite. It is about building a robust layer of emotional armor, creating a mental framework that can absorb the inevitable blows of fortune without shattering. You become, in essence, a strategic general of your own mind, carefully mapping out the potential terrain of suffering before you are forced to march across it, ensuring that every step you take is deliberate, resilient, and grounded in a realistic understanding of life's inherent uncertainties. Ancient wisdom frequently reflected on themes of loss, hardship, and even mortality, not to cultivate despair or succumb to morbid gloom, but to diligently prepare the spirit for the inevitable realities of human existence. By confronting the worst-case scenarios within the safe confines of thought, the sting of their arrival in the real world is significantly diminished. When trials do come, as they invariably will, a mind trained in this way meets them not with frantic panic, resentful bitterness, or a sense of cosmic injustice, but with a serene composure, understanding that hardships are not personal punishments or random cruelties, but essential features of the shared human experience. They are the proving grounds of true character. Hardships do not define a person of inner strength. Rather, it is their disciplined, wise, and unwavering response to these challenges that truly reveals their mettle. In facing suffering with a prepared and resolute mind, one does far more than simply survive. They elevate adversity, transforming it into a potent catalyst for profound personal transformation. Obstacles cease to be mere hindrances, frustrating roadblocks on the path of life. Instead, they become vital arenas where inner mastery and unwavering resilience are displayed, tested, and ultimately refined. Each hardship becomes a crucible, each setback a proving ground where the essential qualities of courage, patience, and enduring fortitude are rigorously tested and ultimately hardened. Trials become the very fires through which inner strength is tempered, searing away weakness and forging a spirit capable of standing tall and unyielding against any storm. Challenges transform into the sharpening stones that hone wisdom and strengthen the very fiber of one's moral being. Just as a skilled blacksmith patiently forges steel with relentless hammer blows and intense heat, the prepared mind welcomes life's inevitable hardships as invaluable tools for greater refinement. These challenges shape strength from fragility, cultivate wisdom from ignorance, and ultimately sculpt grace from the raw material of human experience. The prepared mind transforms adversity from a dreaded curse into a demanding but ultimately wise teacher, a relentless but invaluable mentor that asks much but ultimately gives even more in terms of inner growth and understanding. Suffering, rather than becoming an unbearable burden, becomes a sacred forge, a space where impurities are burned away and true, unadulterated character is revealed in its purest form. It is within this crucible of experience that you build an unshakable foundation, a core of resolve so profound that no external circumstance, no matter how dire, can ever truly penetrate it. By embracing this proactive mindset daily, by rehearsing it not only in the quiet chambers of your thoughts, but also in the small actions of your daily life, you do not merely endure life's inevitable storms, you rise through them, strengthened, purified, and ever more capable of commanding yourself amidst the swirling chaos. You become the steady lighthouse in a turbulent sea, unwavering in your light, a living testament to the indomitable strength that can only truly blossom in the very presence of trial. 5. The inner sanctuary, cultivating unseen strength. True self-mastery is not a boisterous display for the world's applause. It is an invisible art, cultivated quietly and diligently within the private chambers of your own mind. You do not need to loudly proclaim your strength or seek external validation for your inner fortitude. Like the silent emanation of heat from a steady fire, true strength will radiate naturally from within, sensed even by those who cannot see its source. Genuine authority is felt, not ostentatiously flaunted. It subtly shapes the atmosphere around you without conscious effort, making its powerful presence known through the calm steadfastness with which you navigate the complexities of life. Those who have truly delved into ancient wisdom understood that true and lasting greatness is fundamentally inward, not precariously dependent on fleeting accolades, material wealth, or the ever-shifting tides of external circumstances. A person who has achieved a significant degree of self-mastery feels no compelling need to constantly announce their power through grand pronouncements or dramatic demonstrations. Their inherent serenity, their quiet resilience in the face of adversity, and their clear, unwavering perspective speak volumes in their stead. Their silence carries a profound meaning, their composed demeanor becomes inherently instructive, and their consistent adherence to their principles serves as a powerful and quiet inspiration to those around them. When the world around them trembles with uncertainty and chaos, they remain unmoved at their core. When confusion reigns supreme, their minds remain remarkably clear and focused. It is this unshakable inner foundation, built patiently and deliberately over time through countless unseen acts of self-discipline, that truly sets them apart. In the everyday tapestry of life, this profound inner greatness manifests through consistent, often unnoticed acts of unwavering integrity. It is choosing honesty even when the path of deceit offers a tempting ease. It is maintaining rigorous discipline when there is no immediate reward or public recognition to be gained. It is steadfastly upholding your deeply held principles even when shortcuts beckon with seductive promises of efficiency or personal gain. It is about speaking your truth with clarity and courage, even when silence would shield you from immediate discomfort or potential conflict. It is standing firm in your values, not for the fleeting applause of others, but because they form the very bedrock of your character, even when no one else seems to notice or even care. Each of these seemingly small and insignificant moments, these quiet choices made in the solitude of your own conscience, becomes a sacred thread in the grand and intricate weaving of your character. Every conscious decision to uphold integrity, every act of self-discipline, every moment of choosing the harder right over the easier wrong, meticulously fortifies the unbreachable walls of your inner fortress, layer upon unseen layer. Gradually your spirit transforms into a formidable stronghold, a bastion of inner strength that cannot be easily breached by the vagaries of external circumstance, the sting of unwarranted criticism, or the inevitable blows of misfortune. It is about diligently forging a level of self-discipline so refined that it becomes second nature, an ingrained habit of choosing courage over comfortable inaction, authentic self-expression over the fleeting acceptance of the crowd, and unwavering perseverance over the seductive allure of immediate gratification. These daily acts of unseen excellence do not seek an audience or clamor for validation. They are performed in the quiet, often unnoticed corners of your life, in the private conversations no one else hears, in the critical decisions no one else witnesses, in the internal battles only you will ever truly know were fought and won. True self-mastery is the patient accumulation of these seemingly invisible victories, each conscious choice a vibrant and resilient thread woven into the intricate tapestry of your inner world, each deliberate action a living declaration of the person you have consciously chosen and are continuously striving to become. Every honest word spoken in private, every temptation fiercely resisted in solitude, every commitment to discipline upheld when no one is watching to offer praise or criticism, adds a new, strengthening fiber to the core of your spirit. These often overlooked efforts, frequently dismissed by the external world as insignificant or irrelevant, form the hidden architecture of a character so enduring that it cannot be easily swayed by the fleeting winds of praise or shattered by the harsh blows of scorn. Over time, these consistent patterns of integrity and unwavering discipline weave together to form a resilient fabric so strong, so beautifully interconnected, that it cannot be unraveled by the inevitable frictions of external life, by failures, setbacks, painful losses, or even the sharp sting of betrayal. They create an inner resilience that absorbs the shocks of life without splintering, a steadfastness that may bend in the face of adversity, but possesses the inherent strength to never truly break. Your life, lived with this quiet dedication to inner excellence, becomes a living testament to profound inner fortitude, each passing day layering more strength, more clarity of purpose, more unwavering resolve onto the foundational principles you have consciously chosen to build your life upon. It becomes your silent anthem, the steady and unwavering rhythm by which you move through the often chaotic world with a quiet grace and an undeniable inner power. Ultimately, this cultivated inner strength becomes your invisible crown, not something ostentatiously worn to demand attention or admiration, but an inherent dignity born from the profound act of conquering yourself. This invisible crown is deeply felt by those who encounter you, even if they cannot articulate its presence. It is a quiet authority that needs no grand announcement, no glittering decoration, only the unmistakable gravity of a life lived consistently by deeply held principles. It is the undeniable proof that true greatness is neither granted by fickle fortune nor bestowed by favorable circumstance, but painstakingly, gloriously built through countless unseen triumphs of the will. Each small act of self-mastery is a deliberate step towards becoming the truest version of yourself, each one a carefully and intentionally laid stone in the construction of the unbreachable citadel of your soul. Each act of courage in the face of gnawing fear, each conscious decision to act rightly despite the tempting allure of expediency, each moment of unwavering perseverance when the easy path of quitting beckons, these form the hidden yet incredibly strong pillars that ultimately hold up a life lived with true and lasting authority. This inner citadel, built brick by unseen brick, becomes your ultimate refuge and your most potent strength.